Okie dokie. So it is full body Friday. We're going to be doing everything by time. We've got, well, full body. Clearly, it's Friday. So today is not about going heavy. Today it's about moving. So I I have weights here. I'm going to use the same weights for everything we do. They're not really heavy. You can adjust accordingly. What else? We are going to be doing stuff down on the floor too. So if you need a mat, grab a mat. And that's about it. That's all I have to say for now. Um, we're going to start out with legs or lower, and we're going to start out with sumo squats. I have no idea what happened to my video ratio on here, and I can't figure out how to change it. So I'm just going to have to keep moving this today. So, sumo squat is wide stance. Your feet should be wider than your shoulders when you look down. Typically, your weights are held down the middle, and you want to get as low and slow as you can. Remember, anytime we're doing a squat, posture is a big part of that. So, although we're going to hip hinge forward some, we want to make sure that we're not like laying forward when we're doing the squats. Okay. So, go ahead and grab some weights, or if you're doing a body weight, that's definitely fine too. All right, guys, let's hit our sumos. Ready? Go. Wide stance. Halfway there. And rest. Okay, still hitting lower. Next up, we're gonna do our tap back deadlift. This is also called a kickstand deadlift. And so this is when we start with our feet shoulder width apart. One foot's gonna slide back and our heel's gonna be up. So when you slide that foot back, you want your toes in line with the heel on your other foot. We're going to take our weights and we're going to deadlift in front of our leg that has the flat foot. Okay. Everything else is the same with your deadlift except for that foot. Okay. That foot stays back, heel stays up. All your other good deadlift form, keep that. All right. One side the whole round. Ready? Go. Weights right up against your legs. Focusing on booty going back. and rest. Good. Stand up straight for a sec. Stretch it out. And then we'll hit our other side. So same exact move, opposite foot is going to come back and that heel stays up. Just making sure that your toes are in line with your flat-footed heel. Okay, when you pull your foot back. Ready? Go. You move other side. Remember, we don't care about hitting the floor. The focus is on getting our booty back. Almost there. And rest. Okay, we're going to hit one more lower body move. And then we'll move on to upper and core. So we're going to do body weight here. We're going to get into our, okay, we're going to stay right here the whole round and just go down, pop up, go down, pop up. Once you set your feet, they're not moving for the whole entire round. Okay, ready? Go. This is called a static lunge when our feet are glued in position. And we're just doing a body weight. Everything's going to start burning here in a second. And rest. You're going to have to even it out. We're doing so by stepping back with that opposite foot. And same thing, glue your feet to the floor, hitting your own range of motion down, and then back up. Ready? Go. Almost there. And rest. Okay. So next up, we're gonna do overhead high knees. So we're gonna hold weights overhead. Want to make sure you can support those weights. We don't want them coming down. So they shouldn't be really heavy. So the goal with these is actually core. Okay. We're obviously working arms because we have to keep our weights up, but we're going to bring our knees up as high as we can. When we bring our knees up, we're letting out a full exhale. Okay. So up, and then you'll fully exhale because that is what works our deep core. Our deep core muscle is muscle, so many muscles. But when we do like crunches and stuff, we're basically working superficial core muscles. The ones that look nice, right? But our core is so much more than that. So when we're working core, breathing is a really big thing. When you exhale, you allow all the air to leave your diaphragm, which allows your muscles to contract more. Okay. So make sure knees coming up as high as it can, and you have a full exhale every time you're pulling your knee up. Okay. These are not about speed. Ready? Go. And rest. Okay, you guys, we're going to hit the floor. We're going to continue with core and upper. For the first move, we're going to be on our backs. And do keep your weights nearby. This first move is a pullover. So you're going to need one of your weights. It can be moderate weight. It doesn't have to be super light, not super heavy. And so we're going to start out by laying flat on the floor. Feet are flat on the floor, so knees are bent. We have one weight up above us. We're going to go back with it as far as we can and then pull it back up. So when you pull it up, this is when you're going to exhale because this is when we're contracting our core. Okay? So flat on your back, weight up, bring it back, and then exhale as you pull it back up. Ready? Go. Full exhales, guys. And rest. Okay, we're going to be in the same position on the floor. If your weights are light enough, you press both arms up. If you need to, you can hold the ends of one weight and press it up. But basically, we're going to keep our hips up off the floor. Love how everything I own is black. Oh, hips are going to be up off the floor. There's no space here. I mean, there is space. There's nothing's touching the floor except the bottom of my feet and my shoulders, okay, and my head. So we're gonna keep our hips up and we're gonna chest press. Goodness gracious, my brain is not working. So in a chest press, you're gonna start out with your elbows and your triceps touching the floor. One thing to remember here, this can prevent a lot of injury, is if you turn your weights a little bit. So this is flat. This is if I was totally flat and they were in a line. Turn the ends of them so that they make a little, this shape. It's like an upside down V almost, okay? So hips up off the floor and we're just pressing. Because your hips are up, you are using stabilizing muscles in your core. So every time you press up, you're going to exhale. Okay? Ready? Go. Those hips way up. Got it. Breathe through. Make sure you're doing that exhale. And rest. Okay, guys, we're going to set our weights down and we're going to be seated just on our booty when we're laid back for now. Okay, so now we're going to do a hollow hold. And all that means is that we sit, we lean back slightly, and if you can, lift your feet up. Okay? We're just going to hold it here. It's called a hollow hold. The further you lean back, the more difficult it's going to be to stay up. So start shallow and then play with it. Okay? You can always lean further back if it feels easy. If it's hard lifting your feet, just keep your heels on the floor and then you can play with how far you're going to lean back, okay? Ready? Go. Hollow hold. It should definitely not feel easy. If it feels easy, lean back a little bit. and rest. Take just a second. That again. Same exact thing. Follow hold. Make sure that it sucks. Ready? Go. Almost there. And rest. Okay, we're going to flip over into a plank position. We're going to do plank up downs, okay? And this is going to be arms and core that we're working. So for these, we're going to start out in a high plank. So that means on your hands. If your wrists bother you when you do a plank, make fists. Do your planks on your fists, okay? So we're planking. Now, one by one, we're going to bring our arm down to our forearm, other arm to your forearm, back up to your hand, back up to your hand. Those are plank up downs. They're harder than you would think they are by looking at them. For any time you're in a plank, your core needs to be engaged. So get in position and act like you're going to get punched in the stomach. Okay? You're not sucking in, you're just bracing your core. Ready? Go. Almost there. And rest. Okay, guys, we're going to come up and do it again. Do them all again. Okay, so we're going to start out with our sumo squat, starting out in lower body. Remember, wide stance. Weights are usually down the middle, low and slow. Okay, ready? Go for it. You guys. Make sure your chin is friends with your collarbone. We're not looking down at the floor, but we're also not tweaking our neck, like keeping straight ahead like that. and rest. Okay, hitting our tap back deadlifts. For these, where we're gonna pull 1 foot back, heels up, and deadlift form stays just the same as it always does. Okay? Same side the whole time. Ready? Go. And rest. Go straight for just a sec. Then we'll hit our other side. Okay, tap back deadlift. Other foot going back this time. Ready? Go. And rest. Okay, next up, we're doing our body weight static reverse lunge. So remember, step back, feet are glued here, down, come up. Feet never move, not until the time's up. Ready? Go. Body weight, static reverse lunge. There. Rest. Just switch our stance. So opposite legs coming back. Same deal. It's a static lunge. Ready? Go. Love you guys. And rest. Okay, now we have our overhead high knees or overhead march, whatever you want to call it. Again, not about speed. This is about our core. So weights are up. We are doing a full exhale as our knee comes up. Okay. Ready? Go. And rest. You're going down to the floor. Remember, you need your weight. First up, we have our pull over. So we're laying flat on our back. Feet are flat on the floor. Weight's going to come up. We're going to bring it back as far as it'll go. And then exhale as we bring it up. Ready? Go. And rest. Okay, we're staying right here. A chest press. But remember, the trick with this one is that we're going to push our hips up off the floor. Okay, so hips are up. You're keeping them up the whole time. And we're just going to press while we do it, right? Every time you press up, you exhale. Ready? Go. Those hips way up there. Most. And rest. Okay, setting our weights down. We're gonna sit on our booty. Got our hollow holds. So remember your hollow hold. You can challenge yourself in many different ways. First up, how far you lean back. Secondly, is whether or not you're getting your feet up off the floor. You don't have to. This is all individual. This is what sucks for you. But you do want to make it suck because you did show up to class super early in the morning. So make it count. Hollow hold. Ready? Go. Listen. And rest. Do one more of those. All right, ready? Go. And rest. Okay. We need to flip over and do our plank up downs. This is our last move. Remember, this is where we're going to start out in a high plank. And then one by one, we're going to bring our arm down to our forearm and be in a forearm plank. And then back up again, okay? Make sure your core is braced. You're not sucking in. You should be able to breathe. You should be able to talk. Ready? Go. Almost there. And rest. That's it, you guys. You made it. This was week 4 already. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday morning. I'll try to fix my camera over the weekend. Promise. Bye, guys.